Welcome back to From the Bookshelf. Today we're going to have a special video. It's going to be a new series that I want to get started where we kind of look at songs and the lyrics and the kind of like the meaning that I take from the lyrics and that kind of thing, like breaking it down. And I want to start that today because one of my favorite artists, Tom MacDonald, has dropped a new music video just today. So I wanted to do this song first because it's the new song that he has out. Now, just so you know, this isn't a reaction video because mainly I've already listened to this song like a few dozen times as I got the album that it's on about a month ago, and I've been listening to those albums that I got like nonstop, so I already know the song. I haven't watched the video yet as I'm recording this the day before it comes out, since I do have the lyrics to the song, since I have the CDs that they're on. However, I'm going to put a link to the video down below in the description because you have to watch the video first. Like, you have to know the song before we get into this, because a song is meant to be listened to and it's not quite as powerful and as meaningful as when you listen to it and watch the video, because the videos that Tom MacDonald and his girlfriend Noah make are truly amazing. I've yet to see one that hasn't been phenomenally done. So I'm going to post that link below for you to watch before we get started. So I'll give you a second to go do that before you come back and watch this video. So you watched it? Yes? Are you sure? You're really sure? Okay. Because it's imperative that you watch it first. All right. Now that you have gone and watched the video, we can get started. So I have the lyrics printed off as a reference for myself. So let's get started. The first part... So let's just read through the first verse and then we'll go from there. Everybody knows someone who's sick. 40% will get cancer. Only half's gonna live. Your mom and your dad and your sister stand inside a room and someone won't survive it. Do you hope it isn't you? I swear that cancer has a cure, but they're refusing to make it. They've done like 40 years of research, 90 billion in donations. We've been running for the cure and wearing ribbons for ages. Why are people still going through radiation? It's effing crazy. So that's like very like powerful punch right there, right from the get-go. Like, this song itself, as you know from watching the video, is a very like deep and powerful song, like really hard-hitting. So that first part where it says everybody knows someone who's sick, that's true. Whether they're sick now, they've had cancer previously, or you know, have battled it and survived, or battled it and lost. Everybody knows somebody. I doubt there's anybody in the world who can say that they've never known anyone who has been touched by this disease. And it's truly a sad thing to think about that, especially when you think about the part where it says 40% will get it, but only half's gonna live. Like, that's a hard thing to just think about, especially since I've known people who have had it and who have both survived and lost the battles to it. So it's a pretty hard thing to, you know, think about. And then, you know, the next line where it says, your mom, your dad, and your sister stand inside a room. Someone won't survive it. Do you hope it isn't you? Like, that's, you know, just a hard thing to think about. Like, if it comes down to like your family, if somebody is going to get it, do you hope it's not you? Do you hope it is you, so that your family doesn't get it? I mean, that's crazy to think about as well. I mean, that's a also powerful line when you're thinking about yourself in that situation. Like, do you hope that you're not the one who gets sick? But then does that mean someone else in your family will? So So definitely, and then the last part of it where it's talking about all the money that's gone into cancer research. And so when you think about all the donations and charities that have raised money to fight cancer and all of that, and yet there's still no cure really. People are still fighting it. People are still trying to find a cure for it. To think all these years they've been doing all this research and still we're still fighting it, still battling it, still no way to stop it. It's hard to believe that we're still dealing with this so many years later after so much money has gone into trying to stop that. Yeah, so let's move on to the second verse. So let me read that out and then we will talk about it. So $100 billion industry, they can't afford to end it. Nobody wants to die. Your only option is to spend it. We give anything to stick around for just another second. Give a fortune to the doctors who promise they can extend it. The profits are astronomical, the hospital and the clinics. Of filling coffins with dollars, it's awful. Let's just admit it. We're all human. We'll keep fighting because it's how we survive. But it's scary because we don't know where we'll go when we die. So, this idea that so much money has already gone into the industry to fight it, to fight. All this money has already gone into the industry to help research and find a cure and find a way to save people. And yet people are still getting sick and still spending all this money on treatments and, radiation, chemotherapy. You spend the money, you spend it because nobody wants to die from it. They want to continue to survive. And people spend thousands and 10,000s and hundreds of thousands of dollars on treatments. And it just seems like all this money goes into it, but it's almost like, where's it going? Why can't we stop it after all the time, energy, thought, money, all of that goes into the research and the scientists and the doctors. And yet here we are still battling it. But we continue to survive no matter how hard it gets. And that's kind of what he's saying. We're all human. We keep fighting because it's how we survive. We can't stop fighting as human beings. We have to keep trying and being there and doing what we can. And then we get to the chorus, which when you're listening to it, it's like it's being sung to those who are fighting and who have cancer and who are fighting it. Don't give up. I know you're strong. Show them all your fire. The days are hard, the nights are long, but you're a fighter. When it's dire, you burn brighter in the dark. You're a survivor. When you're tired, you hold tighter, you have heart. I mean, it's just a really amazing sentiment, and I don't know if sentiment's the right word. It's just an amazing way to kind of look at that. It's really is beautiful to think about, these people, when it's hard, when it's dire, you fight. And these people who but they have the courage to fight and to continue to fight to survive, that they burn bright, when it's the darkest. They still try their hardest, even when it seems like there's no hope and there's no light. They're still fighting. I don't know. I just love the way he puts words together and he puts thoughts together and he puts meaning in the way he says things. You're a survivor. When you're tired, you hold tighter, you have heart. Just all these things that people are when they're fighting. And it's just, I don't know. I can't speak and explain it as well as, he writes it in his songs. And it's just, it's a great chorus. just to those who are fighting, to know that even when you're sick, you're still strong, and they're still amazing, and they're still able to continue on even when it seems like it's the hardest moments. So let's move on to the third verse. Nothing matters if you don't have your health. All the money in the world doesn't help. The good might go to heaven and the bad might go to hell. But no one wants to leave here, you can tell. And cancer touches everyone. It's in our genetics. And our world's become so toxic. It's all carcinogenic. We've polluted the water, the air, the food we're ingesting. It's full of hormones and poison. Our population's infected. They sell us cigarettes and liquor built on business and addictions. We've been paying them to kill ourselves. We've been paying them to kill ourselves. We're dying to keep living. In the system, it's a prison. We keep trying to beat it. We get cancer from keeping all our demons a secret. And our insurance doesn't cover, and our insurance don't cover the things we need to defeat it. And even if it does, then we might die from the treatment. Our best defense is living like we don't know what cancer is. Fight it if you have it, and pray there's nothing after this. I can't read today. Fight it if you have it, and pray that there's something after this. So just that verse, it's like I said, like, it's a great image that you see. Like, you can really see what he's saying, and what he's thinking, and what it makes you feel, because that's what it does. It truly makes you feel something. Like, you can't listen to this song and other songs of his and not truly feel the meaning behind it and what it's trying to say. This nothing matters if you don't have your health. All the money in the world doesn't help. And that really is true. Like, if you're sick and you're not healthy and you're not living your life to the fullest, like doing everything you can to try and stay healthy, but if you get sick and you have a disease, it's hard to, continue to fight and all of that. But all the money in the world isn't going to automatically make you better. And I think that's the point, is, we fight and we survive, but just throwing money at it may not do anything, which is, it's sad to think about. And this part where it says, and cancer touches everyone. It's in our genetics. And while that is true, like, cancer is something to do with your genetics. Some are more predisposed to get it. But I think cancer touches everyone in another way too. It's not just about, the people who have cancer, but their families as well. It touches everyone in their lives, everyone who loves them, who, battles it with them, who struggles with it at the thought of seeing someone they love and they care about fighting something as terrible as this. And it doesn't just affect that one person. It literally affects everyone that this person loves. And that's the truly scary thing about, cancer, is that it doesn't just affect that one person. It can affect dozens of people, hundreds of people. And it's just truly horrifying. And in this part where it says, they sell us cigarettes and liquor, built a business on addictions. We've been paying them to kill ourselves. We're dying to keep living. And this thought that, like, cigarettes and alcohol are huge contributors to people who get cancer, like certain kinds of cancer, like smokers, with like their lungs and that kind of thing, and alcohol with like liver cancer and that kind of thing. Like, people buy these poisons and these things that can contribute to getting sick, and they're giving money towards it. And it's just sad to think that you're paying all this money and it might contribute to you getting sick, and then you have to pay even more money to try to survive it, to try to continue fighting. And I mean, I've never really put it together this way. Like, it's true. Like, these, like, cigarettes have warning labels that tell you, this could cause cancer. It says they're right on the label, yet people are still buying it and smoking, despite the fact that it says you could get cancer if you continue doing this. And it's just horrible to think about that you're giving money towards that, and then you're spending money to try and fight the effects and cure the disease. And then moving down to the bottom of the verse, and our insurance don't cover the things we need to defeat it. And even if it does, then we might die from the treatment. It's the thought that there are some insurance companies that don't cover all treatments, that there might be experimental treatments out there that might help, that could cure it, that could put you into remission, that could, extend your life, but your insurance doesn't cover it. And it's so expensive. Like, a lot of people can't afford some of those experimental treatments and those things that cost so much money. And yet the insurance won't risk paying the money because it's experimental. It's not proven effective. And it's just sad to think that these insurance companies won't pay for that kind of thing, despite it possibly being able to help to save a life. And even then, if you do get treatments, like, some people, get sicker due to the treatments of chemotherapy and radiation. This stuff is so hard on the body. It's just ridiculous that even that could kill you if the cancer doesn't. Like, the treatment could. And it's hard to even think about. It's just, a sad situation to have to be in, and to have to see someone you love be in. So then we're back to the chorus and then the bridge. So we've already read the chorus. So we'll move on to the bridge. And it's, you won't know how to be brave, to choose to fight when you're afraid. And you can't experience strength till you struggle to carry the weight. And you won't know why you have faith till you look the devil in his face. And you don't know what you can take till you realize you didn't break. So this also seems to be addressed towards the people who are fighting. And, it's true that this part, you can't experience strength till you struggle to carry the weight. And you don't know what you can take till you realize you didn't break. I think this, it's true. You don't really know how much of a hardship you can handle until you have it in your life, and then you survive it, and you continue on, and you fight, and you don't let it break you, and you don't let it stop you. And that truly is an amazing thing, the strength that you see people have in a situation like that. And it's also, as I was saying previously, it's not just the people who are fighting, but the people in their lives that are, there beside them, and that it also takes, strength to try and deal with that while someone you love is fighting something so horrible. This is such a sad song. Like, it's sad, but it's amazing in its depth and its meaning. And it's truly amazing. Like, this artist, Tom MacDonald, he really doesn't shy away from talking about anything. He will talk about anything he feels he needs to talk about or wants to talk about, and he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He'll say it, and he'll sing about it, and haters be damned, he will do it. And it's one of the things I love about him is he doesn't care what, other people think. He just wants to get out his music and what he wants to say. And his fan base, the Hangover Gang, are gonna be there to listen and, to show him the love that he deserves with his music. So I know I've already said sent you over to watch the music video, but go and watch it again. I will probably be doing so. I love watching the reaction videos that people make. So I'm probably going to go be watching all of those because it's really fun to see what other people, you know, have to say about the song and the music video. Again, go watch the music video again because I'm hoping you liked it as much as I did, because I haven't watched it quite yet as you're watching this, but by the time, so I haven't watched it yet as I'm recording this. Don't get me wrong, by the time you're watching this, I will have watched it probably more than once, several times. So I'm sure it's amazing because him and his girlfriend, as I said, Nova, the two of them make amazing videos. I have yet to see a music video that they've made that hasn't been phenomenal. So go ahead and check out his channel. Go watch more of his music videos. Go see what he's up to and come back. I will continue doing these kind of videos where I talk about songs, and of course I'll link the songs and music videos as I do them. I am hoping to do more of Tom MacDonald's music videos for you as I do more in this series, figure out how to get it into the schedule that I have going with the other videos on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.